Brad, so you act like you don't know, Mr. Eugene. Y'all don't know, I understand. But it's down here, and it's right down here. When you come into society here, that's what you're saying. And I mean, this means the same thing in the whole wide world. I don't care where you're at, that means the same. When you're coming up 52, let's take it at. When you're coming up 52, it's right there on the left. When you stop the stop sign 15401, you look right to the left, and it's right there. And he's mentioning that guy that's in Darlington that's on the side of the road, dude. Okay? Well, that guy's a criminal. Why do we want to have a criminal in our town, number one? Number two, is that what we want our town to be for everybody to see? You know how many cars come through this town today? Over 3,000 they come through this town today. Okay? And that's what they see. And you know, that means one thing. One thing. That's it. No discussion.
I want you to back up a little bit because people are asking what it is specifically that you're talking about.
I just told them. When you come out 52, coming from Chicago, it's on the left. It goes 15401 right there.
The chief of police has a picture of it here.
Y'all taking my time right now. They can't find out on their own. They're taking my time. And I mean, all you have to do is put one more finger up. You know what I mean?
What did you call it? I didn't hear what you claimed.
Sculpture.
Just look at the picture.
He made.
Look at the picture.
It's a picture of him.
And you know, I don't use that. I don't use that test. Okay? I say that word. I'll tell you just how it is, but I don't use the test. Okay? So, but it means the same thing no matter where you're at in the whole wide world. This means what? This means what? This means what?
Power.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now again, as I had us all agree, we'd allow a little bit of extra time. Is there anything that anybody would like to add, say, or ask about what he just talked about?
How long has the statue been up?
2 weeks.
I believe a couple of weeks, yes.
Oh yeah, and I was told that it was coming down. Somebody told me that they spoke to you and you said that it was coming down. But that was about 4 days ago. It's still up.
Okay.
And I mean, just one more finger. That's all we need is one more finger. A lot of times it's not this, y'all.
Okay.
I mean, this is what we're not, what we are, but not what we are.
Okay.
And it breaks my heart. You know what it makes me? It makes me sad. Because does your pastor want to see that?
No, not much.
Does your grandma want to see it?
Okay. I got you.
Mr. Baker, did you want to say something briefly?
Yeah. Kind of all new to me, and I was kind of opposed to it to start with.
Okay.
But if you think about it, that's just another person expressing
Freedom of speech. We are clearly aware of that. Yes, sir.
Nobody, well, a lot of people opposed little animals when you first came here.
Yeah.
And-
And you are protesting.
Not a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And you say you were one.
This ain't about me, though.
Okay.
This is about this.
Sir?
You can't believe it.
Gentlemen, now,
There again.
Then I guess I'm alone. Because I don't like it.
we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that.
Okay.
Now, here's my perspective regarding that. It is absolutely not something that we want people to consider as being our town's mentality. It is vulgar. Freedom of expression, absolutely. I cannot make him take that down. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. I cannot make him take that down. Freedom of speech. And the chief and I have looked into it extensively. We really have. And there's just no way around that. However, respect for the town, for the townspeople, and for the 3,000 cars or people, whatever, that passes through every day, that's not a good look. It's not a good look. As he mentioned, and I spoke to Les, and Les told me that he had no intentions of being disrespectful. He hadn't thought about it that way, but he did somewhat in homage to a guy who is, from what I understand, mentally ill
Mentally
in
disabled.
Darlington,
Yes.
who sits somewhere down there all day long, pretty much every day, giving people the finger.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what the law allows him to do. That's what his family is okay with doing. That's fine. I don't think that we, as a town, are supportive of that being something that's sitting in a spot that somewhat represents our town. That is all. I will, again, I told us that if it came up in this meeting, and I was sure that it would, I was going to take in all of what came before me, and he and I would talk again, in hopes that he will be considerate of what we feel about that as a town. And again, he was clear that he didn't mean it maliciously, he didn't mean it disrespectfully, he just hadn't really thought about it. And again, we cannot not acknowledge that it's his right to have it there. But we don't want it there, in essence. And we're hopeful that he will be respectful of the constituency's point of view, which is perfectly in alliance with being respectful of our town. And that's going to be my pursuit. And if I don't, first and foremost, I don't expect that he's going to be reluctant to take it down. If he is, I'm going to go, and I'm telling you, as his parent, I'm going to go to the business owners, I'm going to go to the churches, and try to have everybody's input in terms of saying, hey, listen, that's just not how we want to be represented here as a town. That's the whole story. That's the only story. That's the end of the story.
Chief,
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I just want to make sure that, Chief, look, I didn't have that on my notes, okay? The mayor brought it up, and that's the only reason I commented on it. That's not on my notes. I wasn't even.
Okay, no, that's fine. That is fine.
So I know y'all gonna handle it, Chief. I know you and the mayor's gonna take care of it. So that's why, Mayor, my hands are up.
And thank you. Thank you.
I'm not saying one thing about it.
Okay.
I'm not taking sides or anything like that with nobody. You cross the line in freedom of speech here and control, and if you can say more about law than I know, and that's probably why the guy in Darlington's been down there for a year. And I don't know why he's so persistent, but he is persistent. I would not sit out there in the winter and the summer at 100-degree temperature just to shoot a bird at the whole world.
Right.
But he's probably down there right now.
I'm sure.
He was out there yesterday.
And am I right? We kind of crossed the line in freedom of speech here. If you just try to force it down. If you went out there and said, this has got to come down. I mean, that kind of crosses freedom of speech a little bit.
I'll speak to it if the mayor wants me to speak to it.
Okay. I'm not trying to go nowhere for this. I just
Now, let me just ask you something. You had, excuse me for one moment, Chief. You have your daughter sitting there with you. How do you feel about her seeing that guy in Darlington and then a permanent representation of that guy?
well, I'm not trying to take up for
No, I'm
You
several
should bird
questions.
back at the guy in Darlington.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not disrespectful.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be.
No, I thought that. So that's why I asked that we could allow 5 minutes so that we can get feedback.
The only reason I'm trying to see, make sure it's not crossing against somebody's freedom of speech.
Well, it is. That's what I'm saying. We're not demanding that we can't demand legally, but we would like to have it down. That's
So,
it.
and we all know this. We know what kind of person he is. He's not
Exactly.
that-
Like I said, I had a
And
conversation with him.
I'm just going to recommend, I'll go talk to him if you want me to. I can go.
Absolutely.
I'll
I
ask
have no
him.
problem with that.
But I feel like he should be approached in a way, not people upset, stuff like that.
Well-
Because the last thing you want to do is line up 5 of them through.
Okay, again, I've had a conversation with him, not to shut you down, but I've had a conversation. We are on the same page, but again, I have to respect his freedom of speech. I'm gonna go back to him, asking him to respect the town's people and the town itself.
I'm just saying, if somebody's really upset about it, they shouldn't go down and talk to Les and be all
I
upset
don't
because.
think we've had that. And
I'm talking about the general public.
I know, but I'm saying, people have come to me, and I've made it a point that no, you cannot do that. I prefer if you did it, that it was gonna be a part of this meeting, and we'll go forward with whatever results we get out of this meeting in addressing him.
But I see where he was making the joke to the guys or.
Yeah, and he said that.
And I
We
see
had a conversation.
And I see, the people on Facebook be talking about that guy in Darlington all the time.
And now they're talking about that sculpture, so. again,
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that if whoever approaches him might be somebody, you know, we all know
Well,
that.
of
You know
course.
that guy.
Well, okay.
And if somebody's irate about it, the last thing you want to do is line up fire.
Okay, but that's really not a concern. Nobody has done that. I don't expect that anybody will.
I just want to make sure, you know,
Yes.
as long as he's approached by somebody, I think he'll kind of go along with whatever.
Well, I'm planning to be the somebody if it's necessary.
But I'm not him, so I can't say he will. But, you know,
Of course not. So now, one moment, Chief. Ms. Douglas, and then Mr. Long.
No, I was just saying, we're way past our 5 minutes on this issue.
Mr. Long, if you would please.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank
We
you.
said we predicated on 5 minutes.
Mr. Long.
And now we're deviating.
Mr.
If we're going to
Long.
make rules, stick by the rules.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind. Was there something that you wanted to say, Denise? Okay. Chief.
Just so everybody understands the extent that we went to this. When the mayor brought this to me, my job, the way I look at it, my job is to protect the town and the citizens of the town.
Have a good evening,
So
sir.
I checked
good
with
riddance.
the town attorney, Jay. I talked with Mike Burke, the solicitor, and I also contacted Charlie Barrow with the Municipal Association. We are all of the same opinion after reading case law after case law after appellate law after appellate law. There are court cases in appellate for sign ordinances, contact neutrality, and its adverse effect on the First Amendment, and the Supreme Court of the nation has unanimously upheld that when you submit an ordinance on a sign, it is unconstitutional. So, you don't have to like what the guy does on 52. You don't have to like the sculpture. And we are having conversation. The mayor's having a conversation. There is no adversarial anything going on with anybody in the town. With what's being brought to us and what the mayor is taking to Mr. Baker in the conversation that they are having. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief. And again, that's all that it is. So, Mr. Duke's time was extended a little more than the 5 minutes. That was a lot. But this is a very important, a very relevant issue, and we'd like to discuss it in a decent kind of community fashion. But that is all. And as the Chief said again, we can't go and make him do anything, nor are we trying to. We're asking him to respect the opinions, the expressions of the townspeople. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you. I have next here listed for comments, Ms. Joanne Duke.
Mayor, Council, everything I wanted to say pretty much already been said and addressed. I do